All right, special guest you're going to hear from. Special, very special. James Jimmy Jam Harris is in the house. Highly successful. There must be a word better than highly. He's highly successful musician, songwriter, producer, known for his work with Terry Lewis, part of the production duo Jam and Lewis, the most successful songwriting and production team in history. More Billboard #1 hits than any other duo, according to history makers. Career highlights include producing hits for Janet, Miss Jackson, Boys to Men, Mariah Carey, and many others. And Jimmy, we're going to keep working on my album, okay? But anyway, Jimmy he went to Washburn. Something amazing happened last night. You know what? I'm not going to talk about it. I'll let you talk about it, okay? So we're going to bring him up. This guy, well, let me see what else I can tell you. He's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Probably Miller Songwriters Hall of Fame and the Soul Music Hall of Fame. Okay? And what else? Anyway, we are thrilled to have you here, buddy. Really appreciate it. Please welcome Jimmy Jam Harris.
I'll go for the blue mic. How about it for the band, ladies and gentlemen? That's some great play on music. Thank you guys so much for that. I will say that my music career actually started very much here at a Washburn because I had a counselor who I was asked to go see when I first got here. And when I went to his office, there was a piano in there. And I said, "Oh, you got a piano in your office?" And he said, "Yeah, do you play?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "Well, I sing." And he used to get me out of all my classes, and we literally would sit in there all day and write songs together. And that was really the beginning of my writing. I still have legal pads of notes and everything from back in that day. So I want to thank Washburn for really being the foundation, not only of my education, but certainly of my music and my keyboard playing. So thank you for that, Washburn. Somebody asked me earlier what my favorite memory of Washburn was. And I said, last night. Because last night, I got a diploma. So for those of you who weren't here last night, I'll explain a little bit about that. So I always thought my mom would be disappointed when I dropped out of high school because I wanted to pursue music. And she was very big on education, and she said, "As long as I see you going for it." And I said, okay, which really surprised me. So the interesting thing was, my one regret was that she would never get a chance to watch me walk across the graduation stage. But I was supposed to graduate in 1977. 10 years later, in 1987, she was my date for the Grammys. I got a chance to walk across the Grammy stage with a Grammy in my hand, and that was my graduation. And that was wonderful. At least I thought that was wonderful. But I have to tell you that that did not mean as much to me as she's watching down from above, her seeing me actually walk across the graduation stage. And even cooler, the very first professional gig I ever had was as a drummer for my dad. My dad, Cornbread Harris, was in the audience last night to see me get my diploma. So honestly, I don't know if anything could possibly be better than last night, except for tonight. Seeing everybody here, running into people who I haven't seen for probably 50 years at this point, has been absolutely amazing. I want to thank Emily, thank you so much for getting me back here. I tell people all the time, I love excuses to come back to Minnesota. This is my hometown, and I love excuses to come back here. I've been back for Super Bowl, for Timberwolves games, for Lynx games, for Vikings games, for Twins games. I gotta say, out of all of that, this is absolutely the most special reason to come back to Minneapolis. So thank you guys. I'll get off the stage. You got a great evening ahead of you. And thank you so much. I love you. Thank you.